F these people, by the way, for putting us in this situation.
Yeah,
like
they're
the Jordan Neelys of the world. Like, what do I do? And I like Daniel Penny. He said, I don't care about the media and all that stuff, the death threats, whatever. He goes, but it was about the people on the train. And if that guy had hurt someone, a woman, I would never be able to live with myself. So you're in a situation where I risk getting, and I imagine it as like a prison stab, like chicka, 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 chicka. Like they call it the sewing machine in prison. Cha, 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 cha,
yes,
cha.
yes.
Just like, what the why is it all red? So you're risking that, or he slapped some, I don't know, 14-year-old Asian girl who was coming back from clarinet practice, and you just like feel this fucking horrible pit of shame for the rest of your life. And of course it's ramped up with kids, but it's the same conundrum of the damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. And you bring up a great point, because most people would probably think, if they hadn't experienced it, like, whatever, things happen. I didn't do anything, but this kind of stuff happens. I didn't do anything. I left the train, and look, I could sleep at night. It's great. But there's a little story, and I've told it in the past, and I remember it to this day. This still, when it goes through my head, it bothers me. I was 13 years old, 14 maybe, in school. And a pretty girl was in her locker. She was kneeling in front of her locker. The door was open, and she was trying to find something in there. And two guys came over and kicked the locker door shut and hit her in the head. And she like starts crying. And I saw the whole thing. I looked at the guys, and they just walked away laughing, and I did nothing. And I'm like, to this day.
Yes.
This is 83 years later, Gavin. And I still think, like, what an asshole you are. You didn't even say anything.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't
you
even
assholes.
go, what a couple of assholes. Or, I'm not going to jump in there and start karateing two guys, but, how about hey, what a couple of assholes. Why'd you do that? Maybe go to the girl and go like, are you okay? I just looked and slinked away like a.
Well, we all have those. Every man has at least one of those. And when you're lying in bed at 4 a.m., or I guess for you it'd be 7 a.m., and you can't sleep, and you're just like, you're talking to your 13-year-old self like, you couldn't just fucking say anything? You could have whipped an apple at them. You could have done anything.
Something. Anything. I
could have
did
snitched.
Completely nothing. Me being there was exactly like me not being there. That's how it was. If I was not even next to it and it had happened, it was the same result. I contributed nothing.
Jared Taylor has a great article he wrote.
Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
Hello, I'm Gavin McInnes.
And together we're Compound Censored.
And we would like you to subscribe with this deal using this promo code right below me right now.
Do it, because it's very entertaining.
About being in New York. He had flip-flops on, by the way. And some guy had robbed a woman, and she was like, help, help. And he ran away with her purse. See if you can dig this up, Brian. And he admits it was stupid to wear flip-flops because they were long gone. And he goes, I don't know what came over me, but I just felt compelled to get this bad guy. Now, this may have been like 1980 or something in New York. So the odds of you getting shot in the head were, I don't know, they seem lower somehow. It was more like,
like
we're
murders
the guardian angels. You better not punch a lady or we'll punch you back.
Right.
This end of options,
Yeah.
So he chased the guy, and he has this great point in the article where he goes, when I finally got him down, I got the purse off him, and I was just about to pound him, and he said the man's entire body went limp, and it was like a wolf-like submission, just like the beta had subdued, and he just went totally limp and was like,
oh, Jesus.
Like just lying there like a dead fish because it was so clear that he had been overpowered. So
right.
I know this doesn't really help the whole coin toss of confronting criminals in public, but there is a large swath of them that just need to be yelled at, to be told no. They've never been told no before. And if they get any kind of pushback,
Right.
they just fold. I mean, that's true of the left with like Drag Queen Story Hour and all that. You just say, no, this isn't happening, and they fold.
Yeah. We've seen so many videos, videos like this. There's one in particular. I remember a guy walks into a store. He has a gun. He's all, give me your money, give me this. And somehow the employees all ran out, shut the door, and locked him in.
Oh, I think I've seen a couple of those. Yeah.
Begging. He's crying and
was
begging.
Was this a cell phone store?
Please let me out. I'm so sorry. And like that, like he just realized, you see the big picture finally. The cops will be showing up. You will be getting arrested. You go from this tough guy to a fucking pussy.
Is that the one where you can hear him talking to himself and he goes, "You going to jail?"
Yes. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
You fucking dummy.
Yeah. And I think I've seen a few instances like that. Another one is when, there's a guy who tries to rob a pizza place with a bunch of like real pizza guineas. And they go up and one guy hits him with a chair. They overpower him and they are hitting this guy. And he just kind of gave up. I'm always amazed at how the people back off. Especially if someone's with a gun that wanted to kill you and they go, all right, he's controlled. We got him down. I'd still be hitting the guy.
Yeah.
He was trying to kill people. Why the fuck wouldn't you just keep hitting him until the police have to drag you off the guy?
Well, they're noble people.
I guess so. But that's part of the nobility of getting involved.
Right.
Of saying, I'm going to be selfless. I'm going to jump in. I see some kind of a miscarriage of justice happening here. And then when to pull it back. I don't know. Especially if you're winning like that. You just want to prolong the winning.
Well, I'm always like, every time I watch those videos, I'm like, break his ribs.
Yeah,
That's 5 weeks of not being able to sneeze.
Right.
Leave your mark.
Right. Go to the hospital and sprinkle pepper on his nose so he has to sneeze like a cartoon.
So maybe fighting back against all this injustice is a lot easier than we think. Maybe we're just so weak as a society. Like I saw this video recently, these girls, I may have got it from your Twitter, but these girls are grabbing like tons of shit. It's always garbage.
Yes.
It's paper towels. How much are paper towels? $6. And he goes, stop. And they go, you can't touch me. And they're all laughing.
I'll call the police, she says.
Yes.
She literally says, on my kids, I'll call the police if you touch me. It's like, you're stealing. You're committing a crime. I'll call the police. And she meant it. That was like, she felt that she is entitled to tell this guy, I will call the police if you touch me. Which in my head makes me think they feel that they're completely justified in stealing.
Well, they've probably been through this before, and the guy gets fired. They get to sue the store. There's all kinds of great stuff that happens to you.
Yes.
If I was president and if I ever got a moment with Trump, I would just say 2 words, pepper spray.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to beat them up. Just get the orange right on their eyes.
I seen a quick and the person's like, okay, we're done here.
The paper towels are going on the ground. And now the only reason they don't do that, I've heard it's illegal in Britain. Like it's like having a gun.
Yeah,
but
of course.
The only reason they don't do that is they're scared of being sued. But just say, no, if someone is shoplifting, pepper spray is fine. If someone is looting your store, pepper spray is fine.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Make that a thing that's legal and you're impervious to lawsuit if you do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The pepper spray bill.
Would that slow it down? I think that would slow it down. A few instances of these fuckers, get a few videos out there. First of all, you talk about jerk-off material. If I was sitting there watching a video of a black woman stealing something and the security guard pepper sprays her and she falls down screaming, I wouldn't be able to fucking hold it. I'd be edging that all night long. That's porn.
There's all these strippers next to you going, hello, I'm right here.
Get away.
Move.
Look at this.
You're in my way.
This is sexy.
I've seen like cat fights with 12 black women. And
Yep.
the cops just come in. They must have the pepper spray law in their town. And they don't even.
Yeah, here's one.
That's the fucking video I'm talking
I love
about.
it. Just walks by and whoop. Just
And
pepper
this is
spray.
like
There
a
you go.
big, this is one of those canisters that has an arm on it.
Yeah. It's like a big handle of vodka.
Yeah. Like those
Yeah.
old timey spritzer things, those fizz water things from the 50s.
Yeah.
And he just.
by the way, fight over.
Done.
That's it. Done. Oh, look, a little more. There, they want to carry on. Maybe they didn't get enough. Get a little more. Fight over.
Even the spectators, which are a big part of this too, this whole, no one ever talks about the egging on.
Yes.
Like Ashley Babbitt died because John Sullivan was egging her on.
Yeah.
Or that dummy who stabbed the young people in the creek.
Yeah.
That guy was screaming like a fucking monkey, getting everyone riled up.
Right.
I'm not exaggerating when I say a monkey.
No, I heard.
It's like,
I watched
oh
that video.
shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And I don't know, it's like a siren. Like it gets in your head.
And it revs them all up. Kick their ass, kick their ass, kick their ass, kick their ass, kick their ass. And they just yell it over and over, and it kind of pumps them up to kick their ass.
And the next thing you know, that guy went to jail, right? Yeah, he went to prison.
Oh, yeah. It looked like self-defense, to my untrained eye.
Yeah.
They're all fucking with this guy. It was getting physical. It's in the water. I mean, he's older than them. But, whatevs.
Don't let them egg you on. Don't fall for it.
Run away. I'm runaway guy at this point. That little boy standing at the locker with the girl with the hurt head. That's me now. I will just leave. Don't say anything. Like it. I've come full circle. Now I see it for how that tortured me my whole life, not doing anything. Now in my life, I'm that guy. I look at that like, yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk away. I have too much to lose at this point.
Well, you're armed at this point.
And you're armed. You can't get into little scuffles when you're armed. You have to really, the second you decide to protect yourself by carrying a concealed weapon, you have forfeited your ability now to get into these little tiffs and little bullshit and road rage and all the little nonsense that you used to do. Hey, how about you go fuck your mother? All that shit. Oh, it's in the shopping center. He's blocking my cart. I'll just go to another aisle instead of causing trouble. Or
it's like you're the Hulk or something.
Yeah. You don't want to see me when I'm angry. That's it.
Like you have this superpower that you don't want to use.
Yeah,
So
it's the death button, the instant death button.
Is a child getting raped?
I pull it out my app, my death app, and I go, nah, don't.
Don't want to do it. Don't make me do it.
Yeah.
So it's like a child getting raped, a bank getting robbed. That's basically it. Like
then you pull out the death button. This is the death button. You do not want to pull this out under any circumstance. Well, there are very few circumstances.
So what about Jordan Neely?
That's a tough one. Like, I'm not getting involved trying to get into a physical altercation with the guy, especially at this point in my life. I don't know. Pulling the gun out to prevent something from happening is also a very iffy area.
I've heard you're not supposed to do that. I've heard it's the only time you take it out is to kill someone.
Yeah, but I mean, if you see somebody beating the shit out of a woman in the parking lot of a supermarket, let's say, and you pull the gun out and tell him to stop doing that, but you don't shoot him, and he doesn't stop doing it and you shoot him, or he does stop doing it and you hold him there for the police at gunpoint, like the pulling the gun out and not shooting is a weird little area.
Seems great to me. I don't get it. Like, pull it out, fucking wave it around.
I don't know if I want to get into that. I'm really going to ask some people about that Because that is a kind of a conundrum.
Okay, you're on the train in New York City. You're totally legal. Everything, the paperwork is great. Jordan Neely is there. He's starting to kill everyone. I don't care if I go to jail. He punches a 72-year-old woman in the face so hard, she's out.
Yeah.
She's done. And then now he's grabbing a little girl like this and rattling her. And she's crying, and he's like, "Bah." What do? You pull it out, and you go, "Get the fuck away from her."
I tap it, and then I just walk off the train and feel shitty for the rest of my life.
Sorry, kid. You shouldn't have been in New York City. What were your parents thinking?
Yeah. That's very, New York is a place. Daniel Penny is the exception of the rule. You get arrested for that. 99 times out of 100, you're going to jail for doing what Daniel Penny did. It's an anomaly that this guy got off the hook. And I think it's because of so much crime we've seen, and maybe this changing attitude, and 9 white jurors probably helped. But I don't know. You pull a gun out on a subway train and fire it, boy, are you going to have a shitload to answer for.
Well, can it ricochet
even if your gun
too?
is legal.
Like, say you shoot Jordan, couldn't it go through Jordan into someone else?
Yes, you always have to be conscious of your backstop. That's why people suggest using hollow points. They open up and mushroom inside the person.
Well, now he's dead for sure.
They don't go through as easily. Using lower caliber like a 9mm. That's why cops use 9mm, so they don't. You use a .44, it's going through 3 people. And a subway is a very, you could be a great shot and still miss and hit an innocent bystander. How crowded is the subway? All that kind of shit. Is it, Yankee game, going to the Yankee game during a Subway Series crowded? Or, is it 3 a.m. Subway train crowded? So that's another thing that has to be considered. And the laws and it varies so much. And the city itself, you don't think Alvin Bragg is going to at least indict you for that? And then your life is fucked anyway.
Well, Daniel Penny now has his lawsuit to deal with.
Yeah. Now he's got a civil suit. The family wants money because they miss him so much.
I miss him dancing. I miss his voice. He was a Michael Jackson impersonator like 12 years ago, dude.
Yeah.
So and we all miss his dancing. It's been away from us for a long ass time.
Yeah. Watch the video. You could see how he was dancing when Penny was strangling him. He had some good footwork.
I went to the New York Young Republicans Gala on Sunday night, and Gavin Wax, the guy who runs it, he made basically his whole speech about Daniel Penny.
Really?
And I've been working on the biggest stories of 2024, and I think I was saying this to you earlier. This really is the end fatigue year of the Western world, and specifically America. Even like no one ever talks about black dudes in white neighborhoods. They have end fatigue. Like they're fucking done with this shit.
I've heard from a bunch of suburban black guys that live their life, and they are so sick of it because it reflects poorly on them too.
Right.
Kind of, I kind of felt a little, when they pull out Luigi Mangione, killed the guy. I'm kind of like
eye fatigue.
Guinea fatigue, yeah. I was like, oh, it had to be an Italian guy. Oh, Jesus. No, black people are like, they play the clip, Ryan, of the guy in the subway setting himself on fire. This is fatigue. This is a level of end fatigue that goes past just shoplifting.
Oh, I love this one.
Or being loud on the train. This is in fucking sanity that's going on public transportation. This is a bus. Okay.
No one wants to be around this of any race.
No one.
Burn, he's saying.
Right?
So is everybody else.
Look at him. Look.
Fuck you, shirt.
Yeah. racist white shirt, trying to burn him. I mean, who wants to sit on this bus with this guy? He has ruined one entire mode of public transportation. A bus might as well be taken offline for mechanical problems. And it's one less bus just because this guy's on it. Take him off of it, and it's a perfectly good bus. Yeah. What's the problem, and how do we fucking solve it?
It sounds like we're talking about orcs. Like I keep bringing up that mediocre movie Bright with Will Smith and that other guy. Pull that up, Jamie. And it's like it's not a great movie, but there's fairies like Tinkerbell and stuff, and it's all about the trouble with orcs, and it's almost like we're dealing with a separate species at this point. And
yes,
I'm not talking about all blacks, obviously. Black people would agree with me. There is a contingent within your community, African Americans, that are not African Americans. They're a much ruder word. And we're all sick of it at this point. And I really feel like
the black community doesn't want to address it or deal with it or really, they'll mention it to you. They'll mention it to me. Why not get up in front of something a little more public? Like the way we have to talk about things. And people say, you say what I'd love to be able to say in my job. All right, I get that. But where are the Anthony and Gavins in the black community that want to get out there and talk about how fucked up some of the people in their community are and how broken their entire community is? Their entire community is broken because they won't acknowledge this. They won't try to come up with real solutions. And a lot of it is not taking responsibility, shuffling the blame off to white people or ancient history. They have to start speaking up.
Yeah. That's true of Muslims too. We need moderate Muslims on our side to criticize terrorism. But when you think of the black dudes that are out there saying this is getting ridiculous, they're all fucking huge. Hodge twins could beat up most people in the world. I can't think of his name, but there's this cop who's like also a bodybuilder and he's a fucking monster. Like it's people who can fight because they get ostracized by their families, their community, or if they have normal bodies like Tommy Sotomayor, they have been banished. I think his show. I tried to get him on Compound Censored. We got lost in the mechanics.
He's hilarious.
But I think he's on OnlyFans. I think his show is on OnlyFans. There's no cocks or cunts. It's just a show exactly like this that you have to go to a porn site.
A porn site to see him. Yeah, and the typical Uncle Tom, they'll call them.
Yep.
Anybody that does that, you're fucking a race traitor, whatever it is. It's like, no, they're speaking the truth. They're speaking the hard truth about the black community. And if you don't want to see it, you want to keep blaming. Listen to the Chicago mayor. Listen to him talk about.
Oh my God.
He was blaming Richard Milhouse Nixon for the plight of black on black murders that happen at an unbelievable rate in his city. And, they were laughing at President Johnson. And then we got Richard Nixon. And that was when it all got. No, the Civil Rights Act under Johnson that he signed off on was the beginning of the end. That was the beginning of all these shenanigans. The black community had some pretty good enclaves and people that understood to work, to raise and stay with their family. They'd buy houses, hopefully not in my neighborhood, but they would buy little houses, wear fedoras, ties, suits, and live an American life. And then the civil rights movement came along and everyone's decided they needed to put on dashikis and hate America and fuck you, we're going to do what we want. And it just is snowballed into what we see today. People stealing with impunity, still being coddled by the supposedly systemically racist system we have here. And that just makes it worse and worse and worse. And there's no turning around to, looking at these guys and Christmas morning in a 1950s black household with the father and the mother and the kids and they're smiling. That's gone. That's fucking gone.
Yeah, that's toast. But don't you think like the past, I was going to say 6 months, I don't know, 3 months, 2 months. like it seems to be going like an asymptote.
Like really ramped up.
I could gauge it. I should get AI to go through our texts and
very
gauge
good.
the insanity
Yes.
of what we've been sending. Because like a year ago, it was like, can you believe this homeless woman is taking a shit by a car at 3 a.m. in an abandoned neighborhood? It's like, ew, gross. Now it's a guy lighting his shirt on fire, fucking screaming at people,
Shitting on a crowded subway. Like not on a security camera next to a car at night.
Right.
Literally in the middle of the subway car.
We're probably talking about the same one. She like projectile diarrhea'd a massive line that went like 8 feet on the subway, and everyone is like, "Oh shit, not on my watch. I'm out of here. I ain't got time for this."
Yeah, I made a mistake once, and you learn it as a New Yorker who takes the subway.
You went and wiped her ass when she did that, and said, "You're going to get a rash."
with my tongue. I gave her a big black asshole a cat bath. It's when you're waiting for a subway and it pulls into the station. Oh, this guy's just pissing. He's just laying down, pissing off the seat. Beautiful.
Pepper spray.
So you're waiting for the subway and you see all the cars coming by, and they're full. And you're like, fuck, this is going to suck. I got to get in there and hold on to the dumb greasy pole. And, and then you see one car is empty. And you're like, oh, I'll take that one.
Lucky me.
Never, ever get in that car.
Yes.
I walk in, the fucking smell and the warmth of the smell just went all over me. Enough so that when I got off of the car, I left immediately and got into another car. It was still in my nose. I still smelt it. It was that pungent. But you see an empty car in on a crowded train. Yeah. There's a reason no one's on that car. I know this,
and it's a very particular smell. They say I don't think I've ever smelled a dead person, but cops will say like, you don't ever forget that smell. Okay, stop, Brian. Stop. I don't want to see this. Oh my! At least it's piss.
Oh, god damn!
I can't believe I was happy to see piss. Phew.
Yeah,
not diarrhea.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
But
Here's
stop it
on a bus.
But there's people shitting, there's people pissing, there's puke. But homeless people in New York, there's also like a very pungent dick cheese, kind of a butthole shit smell. Yeah, a dirty ass smell.
Infection. Like an infection, gangrenous infection.
It just sort of, it just goes by your nose, and you're like, and sometimes they'll walk by 5 feet away, and you'll walk into their cloud.
There's a wake, like
a wake.
Air is a fluid, like water. If a boat goes through the water, it leaves a wake, and your boat goes, whoa, a little bit like that when you're to the side. Same thing with homeless person stink.
Yeah,
they leave a wake and it hits you. I've taken, again, having worked in New York for so long. When I walk down the sidewalk and someone comes next to me that I assume is going to be pungent, I wait, and just before, because I could kind of estimate, you feel like a little wind from people passing you. I go, I like blow it out of my nostrils.
Yeah. That's the beauty of having a mustache.
Do this.
I would do this in New York all the time and make a filter. I heard the aristocrats in like the 1800s in London, they would dip their serviettes in orange perfume. And when they would walk by the homeless people, they would go like that.
A little.
And then put it over their face as they walked by them. I'm going to sell a pack of those. Scented orange perfume serviettes. They're not for wiping up your snot. They're for homeless people. God, you must miss New York like crazy these days.
Oh, do I ever? There are people I miss. That's about it. Everyone else, fuck that. So if you enjoyed that clip,
then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.